it's like a jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. You can't really point out something like, I strongly despise XYZ about this truck. So I can see why someone will buy this thing. It's reliable, decently affordable, simple to say the least. Has no high-end hybrid features. It's not the turbo. It doesn't need any crazy maintenance, and it's just the minimalistic truck. Just get it blacked out and what, this thing will look great. Ladies and gentlemen, today you guys join me in this brand new 2026 Chevy Silverado, the entry level with the 5.3 liter V8 naturally aspirated, pushing 355 horsepower and 385 pound-feet of torque, all-wheel drive with a 10-speed automatic transmission. And this is what she sounds like. Very, very quiet. If you fell in love with the previous year of the Silverado LT, you can get this one for a relatively good price. And the thing I love about this gray is like a slightly, it's not destroyer gray, but it has a nice little tone to it. This is the worker's truck, and it does look nice. It may not be as fancy in the interior as the Ford. It may not be as all-out performance as the Dodge, but this thing looks mean and surprisingly handles very, very agile for the truck size. 0 to 60 should come in about 6.1 seconds for the 5.3. You can option it out with a bigger engine, the 6.2 liter. That gets you just one more extra second of performance. And look at this. One thing Chevy does best is that when it comes to infotainment systems, hands down, they got the best. Fully digital gauge cluster on both sides, gigantic screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, tons of storage, and this turns to an extra seat, by the way. As you can see, a little bit of wood, nice trim going all the way around, decent space all around, and really they haven't changed much in the interior. That's why I say, if you fell in love with the 2025, just go ahead and lease or buy one of these ones and you will love it. And now if you want to do a quick little turning radius, easiest thing to do out there. It surprisingly hides its weight very, very well, even though this thing can easily tow up to 13,000 pounds. So yes, it is not a lightweight in the slightest, and people know about this. So yes, as I said before, it's not as performance oriented as Dodge. It's not going to be as fancy with the crazy trim with like Ford, for example, because look at this, we have cloth seats all around. We are not the craziest, most expensive thing out there, but this is a working man's kind of car. But at the same time, it does know how to have a little bit of fun. So we're gonna put our car into the sportiest setting this thing has, and we're gonna do instantly a little 0 to 60. Check no one's behind me. Check, check. So 3, 2, 1. And 100. The power delivery is smooth, very, very smooth. Now if I really want to brake hard, oh god, that was good. I felt no hesitation in the car. Everything was just simple, really. There is not much you can hate about a truck like this. It's like a jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. You can't really point out something like, I strongly despise XYZ about this truck, and there's nothing you can say I strongly love about XYZ this truck. I love the price tag on these things compared to the other trucks out there. That's true. It's also pretty reliable. Chevy has had this motor for a couple of generations now, so they know how to make a good truck. That exhaust note, may not be as grumbly as a Hemi. It may not be as ecstatic as a Coyote, but it still sounds very, very good. For me, I would say if you are on a tight budget, go for this engine, 5.3. But if money really isn't an issue, go for the proper off-road package of this one and option it out with a 6.2 V8. that's when you have the most fun possible. That's how it's supposed to be done. You can't hate it, really. Now, wondering about your cruise control. We do have adaptive cruise control, so we're gonna get that ready. Boop, boop, set. And easy. This truck, the thing about this truck is that, yes, it may look very, very intimidating to drive. It is a full-size truck. But watch, I'm taking a corner at 60 and I'm not even letting off the gas. Just cruising. It's an easy vehicle to get into and drive. It is not terrifying. I've driven terrifying vehicles before. We're talking about Corvettes. We're talking about rear-wheel drive sports cars. Even this one in rear-wheel drive, you will never really spin your tires. And if you're afraid of that and you're afraid that maybe one day this car will catch you unawares with your pants down, there's controls right here that you can press auto and it will automatically decide if you need the front wheels or not. You can stay into two-wheel drive mode, all-wheel drive mode, or you can just keep it in auto, where if the car senses that you're losing traction and slipping, it will turn on the rest of its wheels and just give you some power to power through whatever you think is going to try and make you lose control. Now let's enter the industry complex, because this is where this truck really feels at home. Towing stuff and in slightly in the industry aesthetic, basically, with huge factories everywhere. This is where this truck belongs. This thing is not meant to be in the city. Oh, hell no. And this is probably where this truck was born. GM manufacturing right here. They are based, well, this one is based in Canada, so we get to see maybe where this truck was actually made. They're in charge of making all of our GMC products. We're talking Chevy, Corvettes, Silverados, Colorados. Everything has been made at this plant. So we've probably brought this thing back to home. This is like a little home drive for this truck. And the suspension is really, really soft. Like, watch, train tracks right over here. Felt nothing. Didn't even feel a thing. The thing is, I know there's Chevy guys out there who swear by these trucks, and I can understand them. This is like an undercover. It's like the Audi of the pickup truck community. It's not too fancy, it's not too performance oriented, it's just minimalistic, but gets the job done. That is the vibe I get from this truck. It's there to get you from point A to point B. It's there to help you tow stuff from point A to point B. It's there to help you haul people from point A to point B and to haul your stuff as well. That's literally the essence of this truck. It's not gonna try to be something it's not. It's not gonna be like, oh, we got heavy performance, we have a supercharged engine or something. It's not like that. It's not gonna be like, oh, we have the highest quality interiors out there that'll make you want to fall asleep in them. Doesn't want to do that either. And I'm not even gonna try and trash it. It has very comfortable seats. These seats are very soft. There's no hard, firm surfaces on these seats. It's just sink into it and you relax. I can feel my eyelids get slightly heavy if I wasn't talking to you guys right now, not listening to music and just cruising in silence. These cars are very, very comfortable. So I can see why someone will buy this thing. It's reliable, decently affordable, simple to say the least. Has no high-end hybrid features. It's not the turbo. It doesn't need any crazy maintenance, and it's just the minimalistic truck. Just get it blacked out and what, this thing will look great. That is the essence of this truck, really, and that's what it was meant to do, and it does it pretty well. Now let's do like some spirited driving for a bit. As I said, this thing has very, very good suspension, so I am not too worried. It's a nimble little vehicle. Little vehicle. The thing is, if I saw this thing accelerating behind me quickly, I wouldn't call the person driving that quickly reckless or a maniac or anything like that. I would just say, wow, homeboy must really be late to the construction site. Must really need to go pick up something to tow. Maybe there's a limit or something. This doesn't give me the vibes that whoever drives this thing quick is reckless. They just need to get from point A to point B a little bit quicker than usual. That's quite literally it. God damn. The power delivery is so smooth. It's not jagged. It's not angry. It's just like, oh, we need to get up and go. Fair enough, my good sir. How quickly do you want to get there, per se? Whew. It's simple. It doesn't need much to do the job well. We don't need anything fancy. If I would change anything about it, actually I wouldn't want to change anything about it. This fits a perfect little niche. Simple, minimalistic, but very effective. That's literally it. We don't need the big superchargers. We don't need the big everythings. It's like, again, they even offer an off-road trim. That means they don't really care about performance like that. They're the kind of person who buys a truck like this isn't all for the performance and the little toys and tips and tricks in this car. No, they want something reliable and maybe something to go off-roading with, because I'm pretty sure the ones who buy the off-road package of this truck 100% go off-roading. I don't see them not doing it. They just seem like the kind of guys to go camping out in the wilderness, and they need a truck to do stuff like that. Makes perfect sense to me. Can't even lie about it, to be honest. And I like it. I like the little niche this thing fills out, and I don't mind at all. It's too easy to drive such a big pickup truck with little to no fear, really. It's crazy, but it's very easy. This has been Morty, guys, in the 2026 Silverado. Take care, guys, and peace.